sometimes you are in the mood for sausage. Other times you're in the mood for pan. And then there's choripan. And today, that is what we're making in Gringo y Sazón.
That's right. And we're gonna go ahead and make our own pickled onions, our own chimichurri, and we're gonna roast some of these veggies over the fire. And we got our pan, which we're not gonna make ourselves because I'm not a baker. But yeah.
Puerto Rican bread.
Yeah, it's Puerto Rican bread from Publix.
Delicious.
So let's get started.
All right. So first we're going to start with a quick pickling of the red onions. So what is involved in this part?
Yep, so we got about 2 cups of water right now getting boiled. And then we're going to go ahead and add some vinegar and sugar. And that's about it for the pickling. Right?
Vinegar and sugar. All right.
So we're going to go ahead and slice these up nice and thin.
And if you guys aren't noticed, our environment has changed. We are outside today, which is Gary's dream, to be cooking outside. And this has been our favorite place to host. Hopefully, cameraman can add a little bit of b-roll of what this looks like while I'm talking about it. We decided to add a pool, which is my lifelong dream. It feels great to be out here and making this dish with you guys today.
Traditionally, this dish, we've mentioned the asado before on this channel. With an asado, there's always multiple types of meat, right? It's a whole day affair. And the choripan is actually one of the first things off of the grill. So if you're over at someone's house doing an asado, everybody has wine. While we're waiting for the other meats to finish, choripan would be one of the first things that actually comes off of the grill and people can kind of snack on.
Highly recommend if you have like a mandolin.
That is true. All right. Cool. Put these in here.
So I am a big fan of sandwiches at home. Gary also makes a super, super delicious steak and cheese.
We just did that last weekend, right?
We did it.
Almost got it. You got that one on.
What the hell? He makes an incredible steak and cheese. I don't know, are you guys out there like big sandwich people? Because I know I am. Like, if I could make any meal into some version of a sandwich, I probably would. Fried chicken in a sandwich, delicious. Shrimp po' boy, delicious. Steak and cheese, delicious.
So again, this is a traditionally this is an Argentinian dish, right? But we are going to put our own twist on it as well, right? We are going to do a chimichurri with an Argentinian chimichurri. It is a very simple version of that, right? But we're going to go ahead and add a few things to it. We'll add our own twist to it.
Yes, we add our own little twist to the things that we make here. Jesus.
Yep, and we're going to. It's fine. I got it. I have all.
Yeah. Right. Let's keep it that way.
Well. So with this one too, we're also going to be making a garlic mayo as an option instead of the chimichurri, in case people don't like that. Some people will try to say that this is an Argentinian version of a hot dog, right? But this is, I would not tell people that.
Un poco caliente por el final. ¿Qué mira, bobo? ¿Qué mira, bobo?
At least not from there. It really is part of the Argentinian culture in general. Every, football, soccer, you go to a stadium, it's always being served.
Which,
very similar to how a hot dog would be served at a baseball game.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
All right, so we've got, I think we'll only do 1 onion for today. I think that's pretty good. I didn't realize how big these were. So what I'm gonna do now is a 1/2 cup of sugar and also a 1/2 cup of vinegar. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that right into the hot water over here. Do a 1/2 cup of sugar and about a 1/2 cup of white vinegar. I might go 1 extra because I think I put a little extra water in there. Let that come together. All right, so while we wait for that to heat up, we'll go ahead and set this aside. Okay. And we're also going to be making an elote corn. This is not Argentinian by any means, but it is a good side to kind of have at a barbecue. We already have the grill moving and kind of rocking over there, so we'll go ahead and take advantage of that while we can. So I'll go ahead and shuck these up. Jessica, if you want to help me out with these.
Isn't there like a trick to
I saw something on TikTok about that. So apparently, supposedly if you cut this off, cut this at this end, you can supposedly, it's not working for me. Supposedly you can make that come up, but it's not working for me. So we're gonna do it the old-fashioned way.
And as Gary mentioned, this is not a typical thing that you would find with choripan, but we feel like this will just make the perfect pairing. And that's something that we do a lot here, is we find things and we're like, you know what would be good together? Corn and choripan. It would be delicious.
But who doesn't like grilled corn?
Also that.
Yeah.
Corn,
delicious.
anything. Cornbread, corn pudding, corn.
Cone.
You guys are probably wondering why there's 2 faucets out here. I work with a gallery locally here where we live. They do a lot of workstation sinks, and that's something that I wanted when we built the outdoor kitchen, because sometimes you have 2 people working in the same space. Like one person can be like washing vegetables, another person could be filling the pot, or even washing dishes. 2 faucets are better than 1.
Yeah.
I just needed to mention that because it's been a game changer for us, especially outside.
Yeah, and just the sheer size of this sink as well, a big help. We hosted a 4th of July here, and we had the bartender over there, and I was over here cooking, and I was able to use this faucet in this section, and they were able to use that. It was a game changer for sure.
That's your 2 cents for interior and exterior design for me.
All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and roast these peppers. Let these kind of go black a little bit. Roast them up real good.
Okay, so what is this?
These
this
herbs.
Cilantro and
So this
parsley.
is cilantro and parsley. So again, traditionally, it would just be parsley, vinegar, chili flake, garlic cloves, shallots, etc. We all know I've lost many chimichurri competitions against our friends just doing that. Yeah, we obviously add a little more to it. We add cilantro, we love cilantro. We're gonna add a little bit of lemon and lime as well. And we're gonna add some roasted serranos and a chili pepper from our friend's garden. Alex again. So.
The garden fairy.
The garden fairy.
Have you ever seen that one lady who put soap on her chicken?
Soap on her chicken.
She put soap on her chicken, and I just had an intrusive thought. Soap.
Put soap
Don't
on.
do that.
Don't do that. No, that
But
tastes
I had
terrible.
an intrusive thought because I was like, that's crazy.
I mean, you're gonna cook the chicken anyway, so why would you wash it
on a
with soap?
chicken?
Yeah, why would you wash it with soap? All right, because I don't have a container with a lid, we're gonna do this the old-fashioned way. So I'm gonna take these peppers off the grill here with a little bit of foil. We'll tent it up and let them steam. That'll make it so when we go to cut the peppers, we can get that skin off. You don't want to chew on that when you're eating your chimichurri. So we're gonna go ahead and let these peppers steam in here for a little while. Usually when I do this inside, I do it over the flame on the burner itself, or you can do it on a flat top, whatever you have. And we'll let it steam there for about 10 or 15 minutes or so. I'm gonna get this garlic chopped up nice and fine, and then we'll hit up the red onion. When I went to the grocery store, I went to 2 grocery stores in 2 days, and I couldn't find shallots anywhere. I'm not sure why. Normally you can find them anywhere, but a red onion will do just fine. All right, so we're gonna do 1 bunch of cilantro.
Quadruple washed.
Quadruple washed and drowned. Water.
Drowned, drenched, baptized in the name of the Father, Son.
I almost said waterboarded, but that waterboarded cilantro.
I'll give it to Gary. Good chop skills. I just watch him do this part because I can't be bothered.
I think
I want to clarify something. Gary learned how to cook from not only YouTube, but my mom helping him, as we had learned in other episodes, but for me. I am the OG in the house. The man was like, if I hadn't married you before, I would have married you now because you can cook pretty good. And the other day, I made something similar for like an Italian dip. It had olives, parsley, all of that. But the chopping involved in that, exhausting. It was too exhausting. But anyway, all of that to say, I do like to cook, but I've passed the baton mostly to Gary. If we had a competition, and you just gave us a random bit of like ingredients, I probably would be the more creative one.
She's very, yeah, she can think about what to do with those ingredients and kind of like, throw something together.
I can go in the pantry and I'm like, we got this, and this, and boom.
Yeah. If I had to take those same ingredients, they would all end up on the grill and I'd figure something out, but I'm not as creative. She's also the sauce queen. I've never been like a dip or a sauce person until recently.
A badass tzatziki.
I think mine's better.
We used to have friends that would request Greek night the way I made it because...
And who made the tzatziki? Here?
This was like 10 years ago.
Oh, 10 years ago. Okay, I thought you meant recently.
Anyway.
All right, so now that we've got our parsley, cilantro, and garlic here in this bowl, we're gonna go ahead and start on our peppers that were in here steaming for a while. This outer skin here is what we kind of want off, right? We don't want to be chewing on that. So what we can do is scrape some of that off as much as we can. And you still want to leave, you know, some little black bits on there as well. But when we cook this, it's going to bring out some of the sweetness of the pepper too. There's still obviously still be some spice because we're going to leave the veining in as well. And whatever you do, just don't touch your eyes or do anything else. So you've washed your hands. And yes, going to the bathroom is one of those things. It's worth the effort. I do like a roasted chimichurri kind of flavor. Get that caramelization of the char on these peppers. And this is going to bring a little bit of heat for sure. Serranos are no joke. All right, last thing for the chimney is about half a red onion or a shallot or two if you have those. This is a pretty big red onion, so we may go less than half. Now these you want pretty much minced, so these are smaller than what the slap chop can do.
Like I said, slap chop.
Could, and just run the knife back through it. One thing I am learning as we go through a lot of this Latin-inspired cuisine in general, it's a lot of the same flavors and spices, just different proportions. Is kind of what I'm realizing. Or it's a different flagship slice of meat or something like that, but
Right.
a lot of the spices are very, very similar across Central South America, which is kind of cool. So we got all of our chopping done at this point. So now we're gonna go ahead and add about a cup, maybe half a cup of some red wine vinegar, a bunch of olive oil, again, about a half a cup to a cup. Put this up, let's add a little bit of salt. Again, this is all gonna be to your own tastes and desires. Here, Jessica, what do you think over here? Take a look at this. This one's pretty thick, chunky, maybe a little more.
I like a thick.
Yeah, and again, the bread that we chose, it's got a nice crunchy outside, very soft inside. So whatever we do use, you know, the bread will soak it up.
If we have this left over, you know what I like to do? I like to take a scoop of it and put it on rice with vinegar and just
This tastes amazing on rice.
just eat it on rice.
Right.
Oh, so good.
How's it? What's it need? Spicy? Is it good?
She's got a little kick,
Got a kick?
but nothing that's gonna hurt me today.
Yeah, and we got sausage to get through and bread and everything else.
Wait a second.
What's up?
Got a little bird.
All right, we'll stick with that. Let me get a cover on this, and we'll move on.
Now we are to the corn part.
It's cold.
The elote. And I guess to prepare these, really, you're just gonna butter them up and
Yeah,
grill
so
them?
we're gonna create a butter to kind of baste them on the grill once we get them charred, and then we'll start basting this seasoning over them. But
Right.
we'll go ahead and get the butter in here. So let's
Butter my cob.
Well, we'll butter it after it's on the grill.
Okay.
So take some butter. We can stick it in there.
Good old
else
holiday. Just a little bit of
A
butter.
little bit of butter. All
right.
right. We're just gonna throw some salt, onion powder,
Salt.
paprika.
Everything is done with the heart.
by
And that
taste.
is Latin cooking if you, it's
by
like I'm
taste.
being honest.
Yep.
That's
I think
just
that's almost every cooking except for baking.
baking, you
That's
gotta be
almost
more
everything, yeah.
precise.
Baking, and that's why I suck at it. So now we're gonna start throwing on our sausage and our corn. And when it comes to sausage, in
It's the flies.
in Argentinian sausage in general, it's a very simple sausage from what I understand. It's more herbaceous, not quite like your hot Italian spice. We actually have two different ones here. So this one we got at our local grocery store. They have a location in their meat section called Sausage Works. They have about 10 or 15 different types of sausage that you can buy. So this one here is more of an herbaceous, it's got fennel seed in it, kind of low-key kind of pork sausage, and then this one is actually a Mexican chorizo sausage, so there's something a little bit different to try. And the main reason for this plancha on the grill is I don't want my pot directly over the flame. I just think that's going to be too much for the pot itself, but this will kind of eliminate any charring on the bottom of the pot. And again, these corns are going to cook a little slower because they're further away from the fire. I get that, but we're just going to get them on there for now and close this up. Give everything a chance to start cooking.
Hello my divas, welcome to another episode of Girly Pop Cocktail Hour, and today we're going to do another spritz. This time we're doing a pineapple lime spritz, but I'm going to do a little twist and I'm going to add blueberry. In this recipe it calls for agave, but with the combinations we have here, I feel like you can substitute the sweetness with any syrup that you may have. You could do coconut, you could do blueberry, you could do cranberry even. It all pairs really nicely with this because this is one of those bases that you could do Hugo leaning or otherwise. So let's start off with the shaker first. I recently got a crunchy ice maker from Costco. It has been life-changing. If you can get one, they're on sale right now. I'm just saying, I don't know by the time this comes out if they will still be on sale, but I highly recommend them. They're so good. So anyway, we're gonna fill about halfway up with ice. And then we're gonna do 2 ounces of vodka. You're gonna put that all inside of here. In the meantime, let me pop some bottles. All right, we're gonna get 2 ounces of tequila. Obviously, I love my tequila here. It's like one of the most versatile things, and it pairs so well with choripan. Now, with choripan, you could do cerveza. Like, nobody's gonna judge you, because, like, let's be real, cerveza and an asado or choripan, they are the best combo. But your girl likes spritzes, so that's what we're gonna do today. Then we're gonna do 2 ounces of pineapple juice. I refrigerated this because I like it to be on the cooler side. I love everything nice and cold. Just a little bit extra. 2 ounces. And then we're gonna do 3/4 ounce of lime juice. And my eyes, I couldn't find the juicer. So we're gonna use brute strength today. Those push-ups are paying off. All right, as I get this everywhere, but it is what it is. Thank you to my assistant. Okay, we're still getting juice everywhere, but that's fine. All right, 3/4 ounce of lime juice. And then we're gonna do, like I said, you can do agave if you don't want like a flavor in your drink, but I love a little something. I do a lot of lavender French 75s too, which delicious. So we're gonna do about 1/2 ounce of this, just to give it a little color, a little fun. And this we're gonna shake up. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna strain this over a fresh cup of ice. Again, crunchy ice makes a huge difference. I recently went to Restoration Hardware, and Gary and I like to go there just for like a cocktail. And they had this rosé spritz there over crunchy ice, and when I tell you it was life-changing, it was life-changing. So we're gonna cut up a little bit of these limes just for garnish, because who doesn't like a pretty glass? So you got your crunchy ice there. Oh my gosh, how pretty is that? Like that. And we're gonna pour over, and we're gonna top with soda water and Prosecco. Now, you can do a splash of either or if you want it more on the strong side, you could always just stick to the Prosecco, but we'll do a little bit of each. So we're just gonna top with this. We're really gonna fill her up. And then just a little baby whisper. That's fine, right? And then I like to garnish with a little bit of mint, and let's cut this. I like the flour on top, just kind of adds a little something something. And there you have your pineapple lime spritz. This one has a little bit of a blueberry undertone. It's absolutely delicious, and I dare you to try it at home, girls and guys.
Might be a little bit more than what I wanted. There will be some carryover cooking, but that's okay. Let them cool off just a little. Since I don't have my basting brush, we're gonna use a spoon, which is fine. And this is just that butter compound that we had, that we made earlier. Just gonna put that on here. Bring that away from the heat a little bit. Should be good there. We're almost ready for those to come off too. Just kind of cut this bread into thirds. So when we take the chorizo off the grill, we're gonna go ahead and split it open kind of in half. So we want it to lay kind of flat inside of the bread. So we're gonna keep it pretty wide. And when I was looking for bread this morning, you know, you could go French baguette, you could go a few different ways. But usually if your grocery store carries a Cuban bread, in this case, this is just Puerto Rican bread, you want something that's wide enough to be able to hold those sausages kind of, you know, widthwise. So we're gonna go ahead and cut this about the length of what those sausages are. Nice crumbly bread, but it's nice and soft in the middle here. This one's almost hollow, but nice and soft. It'll soak up a lot of that chimichurri for us.
Hell yeah.
What's that?
Butter.
Butter?
Yeah.
Ever so slightly.
I'm gonna go
Not for very long,
crispy.
just maybe a minute, 90 seconds, something like that. Welcome back. While you were gone, or while we were on our way over here, we went ahead and made up the elote corn. If you want to tell us how you made that.
So the elote corn is a mayo base that you add with sour cream, and you add tahini and lime. So you add kind of like a wet base before you add the cotija, and then you top that off with more tahini and cilantro. Super delicious. We'll drop the recipe below for you guys after this. And then we have our choripan, which is fantastic. You've got the acid from the chimichurri
and the red onion as well.
And the red onion, the pickle from the red onion. So you've got a couple, you know, layers of acid, but performed in different ways. You've got a little bit of sweetness to that, so it's absolutely perfect. And then we used our Puerto Rican bread from Publix. Excuse the flies. We are outside in the middle of summer and they have decided to attack us. Naturally, we have our pineapple lime spritz. Super refreshing on a summer day. Yep. Your girl loves her spritzes. And then Gary is pairing this with?
With Malbec. So this is Argentina inspired. So of course you have to go with Malbec. This is actually one of my favorites. Costco usually carries this, I believe, pretty consistently throughout the year. But this is a Marcello Pelleriti from Mendoza. This is actually one of my favorite Malbecs. It's probably at least the top 3, I would say. Top 2, top 3. So I'll go ahead and get this open while you give that a try.
Take a sip. So we're gonna close this up. I'm gonna try to be mindful and demure.
It's a little hard.
But it's kind of hard to do with a sandwich, so.
I think the sausage has cooled off a little bit.
There's a mouthful of something. I mean,
it's very simple.
You can't go wrong. It's got layers of depth.
Simple though.
I would even add mayo to this if you want, just to add a level of creaminess. But it's perfect. But naturally, you have the corn here, so you can always go back and forth between these two. So, from our casa to your casa, and the attack of the flies that have just ensued us. Buen provecho. Cheers.
Salud.
And enjoy. Like 50 came from nowhere.
Yeah, there's food.
They were like.
That's actually really nice though. All right, Thomas, let me get yours.
It's right there.
Oh, you got it?
Oh, is that it?
Oh no, I didn't get the other. I didn't set it up. This was